What up, everybody? This is episode 7 of Autodisrupter, part 2 of Stop Thinking Like a Dealer.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
So hey everyone, it's episode 7 of Autodisrupter, Stop Thinking Like a Dealer, part 2. And for those of you who got to see me at Digital Dealer 21, got to see my segment on Stop Thinking Like a Dealer. Those of you who didn't, kind of doing this to kind of give you guys kind of what my thoughts were on that subject of Stop Thinking Like a Dealer. And last week we talked about BDC and how important your BDC is in your whole process, and how thinking like a dealer and putting them in the back like ugly people kind of isn't the best way of doing things. And so this week, since I talked about BDC, I want to talk about the showroom and your customers' overall experience in the showroom. Is a huge part of their experience. And so when we were talking about the BDC, and obviously if you have a BDC and you've set up that expectation with your customer on when they come into your showroom, it should be an easy process. Should be. But a lot of customers come in and we have created this outdated process. We make people take test drives, and I know a lot of you think that that is part of building the value, but some customers have already driven that brand new 2016 Silverado at 8 different places and really just don't want to do it. And so you push them to go that route. And then you also have the aspect of your pushy salesman. The customers hate that process of a pushy salesman, and we make them feel uncomfortable. And when you have pushy salesmen, it obviously ends up being a horrible experience for the customer. And so obviously, you know, I hear this a lot, and I know it's been used, and actually I read an article this week talking about customers don't believe we have big sales anymore. They don't believe that whole mentality of, hey, are you here for the big sale? No, I'm not here for the big sale. I'm ready for you to take all my money and mislead me in every way that you possibly can. And during my segment at Digital Dealer, I also threw in the fact that if you're acting like that, then you might as well put the 50-foot gorilla up and put on a circus, because that's what you're putting on. You're putting on a show that in reality customers don't find very appealing. Is probably the word for it. That's what we're going to use today. But it's just not an appealing thing for them. And so, you know, what we need to continue to do, and what my BDC does, is when you're going down the sales path, my BDC answers the phones with, you know, internet sales, this is blah. What information can I provide for you today? And so what we have taken from that and took it to the sales floor is, hey, welcome to Dan Cummins. My name is, what information can I get for you today? And so they're going through this phase of like, they're getting me information, which is what the customer really, in all honesty, wants. They want to buy a car, but they want information to make it an easier decision to make of buying a car. And so the sales process, I understand, we designed it, it's ours, it's for us, we need to tweak it. That's all it is. We need to tweak it and look at the customer and go, they don't like this, let's get rid of it, and go with a better process for them. And go at the customer's pace. You know, obviously we want to sell today, but not every customer is going to buy today. Some customers are in informational stage, and I understand they came on your lot, and so a lot of us are wired to, we got to make the sale today, we got to make the sale today. And so we push so hard that we end up pushing that customer away. It's just how we do with relationships in some cases. And so we need to make sure that we're not pushing them to make that decision today. Obviously, we want to help and push a little, but to go to the extreme part where we're pushing that customer away, that they're never going to come back to us ever again. Doesn't matter if our price is the best. Doesn't matter if we're the best thing since sliced bread. It doesn't matter, because it's all about that one customer's experience. Nothing else matters but that customer. And so go at the customer's pace. Use technology, for the love of God. We all have cell phones now. We don't have to go back and run back to our desk and get on the computer. Use technology that your customers obviously use. They're shopping you online. They're spending 18 hours online at least looking at vehicles. So use technology. What we did, we went to iPads. We got rid of most of our desktop computers and went to laptops, and so we can be a little more mobile instead of being tied to a desk. Another one, which is fairly radical, and I know a lot of you can't do this, but get rid of your desk and go with round tables. Instead of being at a customer, which is how most customers feel. I was in the mortgage business. I did not sit at my desk. I went to a round table when I discussed things with customers. And so when you're discussing numbers with a customer and you're with them and not at them, it's like you're working a deal with them and not at them. And so the defense level goes down. I understand, not everybody can go out there and just clean out every desk and go with round tables, but if you can, it changes the feeling in your showroom. It changes your customer's experience, and it makes it a more enjoyable time for them. Plus, you don't have to worry about your salesman sitting at his desk all day. And lose the pressure and quit lying. If you don't know something, don't lie. Your customers are going to know. Our customers, probably most of them, know more than we do now, because they've shopped so much and they've done so much investigating online on the vehicle of their choice, that a lot of some of them know more about the vehicle than we do, which is a problem. So sharpen it up. And follow up with your customers. If they do leave for whatever reason, they don't buy, or if they do buy, follow up with them. Follow up the way they want it to be. If they like to be text message them. If they like a little video, throw a little video in there thanking them for coming in or thanking them for buying, or whatever the case may be. Use video to enhance that personal side of our business. We get lost in phone calls and emails and texts. And number one, nobody reads their email. Nobody reads their email anymore. It gets lost in spam. It gets lost because people just don't want to read it. How many email addresses do you have? I know I have 5. A couple of them are going to, I probably haven't looked at them in a while. That's the one I give the customer service agent that wants my email address for whatever he wants it for. That's probably the one that they're giving you. And so it's going to their junk file. And so just follow up with your customers in the manner that they want to be followed up with. And for the love of God, actually follow up with them. You know, one of the many things and the many problems of our sales staff in our business and businesses across the country is that we don't follow up. I don't know if we have lost a side because of the technology that we have now, but we've just lost this ability to actually pick up the phone and say hello to our customer or whatever the case may be. And so use technology, use your phone, use follow-up, lose the pressure, use the gimmicks, lose the gimmicks. Nobody believes you're having a big sale, your Labor Day sale, which is coming up. Nobody believes it's a huge sale anymore. And so lose it. It's not helping your business. Get real and stop thinking like a dealer so much, and start thinking about what your customers really want and how their experience is and what they really want, not what you want. If you give them what they want, you'll get what you want, which is ultimately to sell a car, which is to ultimately make a customer for life. A customer for life is the key point in here. That's the reason why follow-up is so crucial after the sale. It's not done until you sell them another car. If a customer is happy, they're going to tell 2 more people, or they're going to tell 5 more people that they enjoyed their experience at your dealership. And then that means that 2 other people are probably going to buy from you in the next 18 months, 24 months, whatever the case may be, because they've been talked to by that customer and they had a great experience at your dealership, and then it just continues to roll that way. And so, in closing here, guys, on your showroom, look at it. Look how your salesmen are dressed. Look at how they're presenting things. Look at everything that your customers are going to look at, and start going, that's not going to be good. Our customers aren't going to like that. If they're using vapes, if they're smoking on the side, your customers aren't going to like that. And so, just look at it from a customer's perspective as showroom, because they've shopped you online, they see that you have a decent reputation, and just think about what it's going to be and how you want your customer's experience to be in the showroom, where it's not about just making a deal. It's more about that lifetime experience for your customer, so you can sell them another car and another car, and you can get referrals from them. Because if you do that, your business will explode. If you don't do that, your business will die, and someone else will buy you out because you failed to take care of the customer. And so, thank you for joining me for episode 7. Obviously, I want your feedback. If you have any questions, I'm going to do a segment on answering nothing but your questions. And if you have any questions, email me at autodisrupter@gmail.com, or you can obviously call me on my cell phone at 859-421-9377. And part 3 of Stop Thinking Like a Dealer, we're going to talk a little bit about social next week. And so join me for that. Thank you.